She may be only 19, but Saoirse Ronan seems to have the poise, the maturity, and the raw talent of actors twice her age. So where do we start? An Oscar nod at 13 for Atonement, remember that? Saoirse's character was the one who ruined everything for everybody.
Yes, I did. I saw him.
The Lovely Bones, based on the huge bestseller. She was great in that. And my personal favorite, Hannah, Saoirse, as a lethal teen assassin seeking vengeance to the soundtrack of the Chemical Brothers. For Saoirse, whose name was actually Irish for freedom, acting is in her blood. Her dad's in the game too, and that made for some strange days on set of her new film, an apocalyptic thriller called How I Live Now.
Following the detonation of a nuclear device, all civilians are being evacuated.
Please welcome back to the program, Saoirse Ronan! Pleasure to see you again. How are you? Have a seat, my dear.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thanks very much for having me. Hi, everyone.
Many years ago. I think you were 4 or 5 years ago?
I know, yeah, we were saying backstage it was like 5 years ago or something.
The Lovely
it's weird.
Bones.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago.
Since then in your life, the world's ended multiple times and you've been on film with it.
Someone said to me earlier, I think you've shot too many people in too many films now. So I need to stop doing that, yeah.
Well, in this one, How I Live Now, the idea of you seeing another person's perspective on what they think the end times would be.
I think that was the real draw for me because it is, you know, it is a love story and it's about these two people who fall in love. But to be able to see that devastation and how the family are affected by it and see it done in such a kind of realistic way, I think is great. Because also, I was thinking as well that the landscape really looks like my home. It really looks like where I grew up. So it kind of hit home to me that, you know, this could happen.
You're at the age now, too, where they can work all those themes in, and you can play a love story now.
I know.
And it's not creepy.
And it's not creepy.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't die in it.
You don't die? We don't know if
well,
she
we
dies
don't know.
or not.
Maybe I do.
Maybe she does.
Maybe I do die.
Maybe it's all
You're
a
gonna
dream
have to go and
sequence.
see it.
Don't ruin the movie.
Yeah. I know somebody gets shot.
I know who gets shot.
Somebody has to get shot in a film.
A lot of people. There's a lot of blood in your career, man.
Yeah, it's too much.
But that's interesting because with young girls, right? If you think about the way they get cast, it's the cutesy role. Very few go down this path. Very few get to play this character and be Hannah. Very few ever get that.
Yeah. No, I've been very lucky. I really have. I've really never been drawn to those kind of roles at all. Even as a kid, I wasn't interested in doing that kind of thing, you know. So I was lucky, really, that I got to play children in more adult films, really. I think it helped me to grow up in the industry a little bit more when it came to moving on to older and older roles, you know.
Do you, what do you make of your experience in Hannah?
When I saw it back, I was very proud of it, you know. It turned out very well. I always find it strange looking at films that I've been in. I don't really enjoy it that much. But I loved the experience of making it.
20 and 30 years from now, people are going to talk about that film.
Do you think so?
For sure. So. Those villains were unbelievable. You had the Tom Cruise run.
Did I?
You had the Tom Cruise run.
Brilliant.
And I wondered what you guys, I was like, did she watch Mission Impossible? Because the run with the hands. How do you train someone? Did you?
No, but it looks like I did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I thought you did.
Well, there you go. Mission accomplished.
How many 25-year-old women, nicely done, by the way.
Thanks.
Ghost Protocol, mission accomplished. 3,
yeah.
You can play action roles as you get older. Is that something you'd want to do, those kind of films?
I wouldn't want to do it all the time. I mean, Hannah, I was very lucky with Hannah because there was so much drama there as well. So it wasn't like she was just an action heroine. She was very introverted and there was a lot going on inside that girl's head and a lot that was a bit messed up that made me think about everything that she was going through and her whole situation and stuff. So that was really nice. So I had something to play with because I don't think I'd do it if it was just plainly an action star.
Do you shoot your father in this movie?
I shoot my father.
Yes.
With a gun.
Yeah.
As you do.
I pass no judgment on your culture. I don't know what your culture's like.
Again, yes. Irish, right. You know. But yeah, these two guys are chasing us near the end of the film and I get to shoot my dad. So, yeah, it was a bit odd.
Always excited when somebody comes on with a name that's harder to look at than mine on paper, and I know you're tired of it, but because you like challenging people, I want you to help me understand and pronounce some words, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if we put one on the screen, like if I show you this word right here, right behind you, it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Siobhan.
It's Siobhan.
Right, right. Siopan, Siobhan. How about this one here? This one's easy. That's a Sean, I imagine.
That's Cian.
That's Cian.
Yeah. That's Cian. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Do you want to go first?
Listen, to me that looks like name, but it's probably John.
It's Neve.
Neve.
Yeah, because the MH always makes a V sound, a V sound.
Right. Okay.
You know, obviously. Logically.
Right, now, that Rory.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we would pronounce it Rory.
Rory.
So a bit more of a U sound, but it is the Irish for Rory.
Okay, cool.
Rory,
How about this one here? So that's a V then. So is that Kiva?
Close. Close. It's Quiva.
Quiva.
Yeah, very close.
Then what about this one here? Can you say that one?
I genuinely don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Try it.
Okay. Stroumboulopoulos.
Perfect.
Yay!
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Saoirse Ronan. How I Live Now is a film. You're really going to like it. We'll be right back. I want you to get your father in, too. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.